The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's not just a physical. I'm the type who will get out so critical. Let's make things physical. I will treat you like you're oh so typical.
Date night with Noelle and Miki.
I will treat you like you're oh so typical.
What's up?
Hi guys!
Sorry, I had to start it with something obnoxious, but hey everyone, welcome to Date Night with Noelle and myself, Miki.
So yeah, go for it.
Well, basically we are going to start the show off with, as you know, we've been doing drinks every segment. So Noelle has prepared something very special for us. It is a, what is it?
It's kind of tweaked. It's like a gimlet, but this is a cucumber calamansi gimlet, which pretty much means muddled cucumbers with calamansi flavor.
So how do you do this? I want to see it.
Anyway, it's pretty easy to make. The first week we made what did I make? Sex on the Beach.
Yeah,
Last
Sex
week
on the
was
Beach.
yogurt soju.
Which, by the way, looked really nasty on video.
We were watching it.
It was all like
what are those
coagulated
things floating
stuff,
on?
but
So
anyway.
this week I wanted to tweak it a little bit because the secret to making a drink refreshing is to add cucumbers. Just like in a mojito, the mint kind of enhances the freshness of the taste of the mojito. But the secret thing is if you add cucumber, no matter how much alcohol you add, you can't taste it. So that's the only dangerous thing, but it makes the drink really good and refreshing. So what I did was, it's already in here. You can see it. The cucumber's already in here, pre-cut. So what you do is you just muddle the cucumber and you just kind of abuse it a little bit.
Beat the shit out of the cucumber.
And then so you muddle it a little bit. And let me tell you another secret to bartending. We have spouts this time. So what bartenders do in order to count measurements is we just count in our heads. 1 shot glass equals to 4 seconds of counting, so that's a shot. So when you count, this is going to be 2 shots, so we're going to count to 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's about 2 shots right here. Add a little bit of lime juice, maybe like half an ounce. So you count to 2 because it's half. So 1, 2. And so what you do is you take some ice in the cup. I already made, well, that one looks a little half empty.
Well, I got busy before we started with buying, so I can vouch. It is quite tasty and it's kind of strong.
So you get a shaker and you just shake it up. Shake it really good so the cucumber gets really mashed in with the ice and the flavors can come out. Can I have a couple?
No. Thanks. Anytime.
Okay. So whenever I can get this top off.
That's the trick, is to be able to get the lid off after. But
So some people filter out the cucumbers, but I like to put them in there because it keeps the taste in there, and plus
it's nice to have a little crunch.
you can chew on it if you like.
Yeah, you're drinking salad.
So what you do is add a little bit more ice, and you top it off. I got this flavored. It's supposed to just be Sprite or soda water, but I'm trying to get into ethnic fruits here in the Philippines, so I got calamansi flavored Sprite.
Living on the edge.
So you just kind of top it off, just a little bit. So there you have it, and you can put garnishes if you like, but
What's the normal garnish for that drink?
usually you could put like a mint leaf on top, or like maybe a lime on the side just dangling. But
What about like a cucumber, like a slice?
yeah, you can put a slice of cucumber too, and you can actually make this into a martini if you want, in a martini glass, and just strain it in there. But there you go, guys. Cucumber calamansi gimlet.
Gimlet.
So cheers.
Courtesy of Noelle. Thank you very much.
To our third date.
Yeah, this would officially be our 3rd date. Wow.
Oh, that's good.
We're almost going steady.
Yeah, we are, because I can see your boobs.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, but
Anyway,
anyway,
tuck those in.
first and foremost, we just wanted to greet one of our best friends. Very happy
we love
birthday!
you.
It's her birthday right now. She's getting drunks in the States, but happy birthday to my Mara, to our friend, our really dear friend.
Dear,
we
dear,
miss
dear.
you, and we can't wait to see you in June.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the show. So last week we kind of talked about moving here to the Philippines and what our lives are here, like are like now.
Just like
here.
the differences in like some of the culture shocks that we experienced. One of which was dick wash, cool
Yeah.
stuff, and yeah. Sorry.
I'm gonna get a picture of that dick wash, by the way. But anyway, yeah. So just a little bit of background. She's half Japanese and half American, and I'm full Filipino. But people kind of get us mixed up and think I'm
Yeah,
Japanese and she's half Filipino. But so we kind of just wanted to compare the cultural differences between a traditional Filipino upbringing versus an American upbringing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's interesting though because like it's my father's Japanese, my mother's American, so I kind of had both sides of the spectrum between like the really traditional Asian versus the super liberal mom who is American. So it's kind of interesting when we kind of just share short stories between the two of us, the differences of what we experienced in our upbringing. So
Because we found a lot of similarities, but it was similar but different ways of it happening. Like
how so?
my parents, I was the eldest of three. I am the eldest of three. And I was the guinea pig, so I had it
hell
really
yeah.
hard. I wasn't allowed to go out a lot. My childhood consisted of they're probably gonna see this, but I had to lie to them a lot in order to just be normal, I guess. And I always got caught though, because I'm a horrible liar. And like for example, there's no way for me to sneak out of the house because every little inch of our house made a noise whenever you opened anything.
Yeah.
So like just opening a window would be like. So and my parents had the control in their bedroom, so I couldn't sneak out. The doors would open and it would make an alarm.
I snuck out regularly.
Yeah. So like I couldn't do anything. It was very conservative. Although like my parents did grow up in kind of in the States, so they didn't have like that Filipino accent going on.
So it was less.
So it was weird because my upbringing was I grew up in the States, raised by Filipino parents who were conservative, but with Filipino values and traditions, kind of thing. So I don't know how it was like with you, because.
Well, for the beginning part, I was raised by my mother, and she's really liberal. I mean, she encouraged me to have a boyfriend from the time I was 10 years old, and we'd have dance parties.
You were 10?
Yes, I was 10, and we had dance parties in the living room, and
she would say, okay, you're 10 years old now, go have a boyfriend?
Yeah, and she tried to teach me how to dance for like the school canteens and stuff like that. Well, no. I'll if I grow some balls at the end of this, maybe I'll try a dance move. But as of now, I'm not a good dancer. I'll put
White
that out
lady
there.
teaching you how to dance.
Hey, my mom got moves. I just don't. I didn't get it from my mama. But yeah. So I mean, my mom was really super liberal. I mean, we went to the nude beach like regularly, and I don't know. She was like the kind of mom where. We'd watch like, okay, for instance, I'll never forget it. There's a movie called Species.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, there are like, it's more sex than it. It's practically a porn, a Hollywood porn. I mean, it's like, there's so much sex in
It was
this
out
movie.
in the movies?
Yeah, it was in the theater.
Is it the Alien movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. A lot of sex. And I remember I was like maybe like 10 or 11, and we're sitting there watching this movie, and all these sex scenes would come up, and I'm like bashful, so I'm thinking it's normal for me to cover my face. And my mom's like, why are you covering your face? It's human nature, it's the body. You should watch this. And I'm like, oh my god. So from a very young age, I was exposed to a lot of things.
Meanwhile, my parents are like, close your eyes. Close your eyes, it's bad for you. Like, I'm just like, and then the more, because the more you're held back, the more you kind of want to be like, oh, I want to rebel. So that was like me. Like, they would say no to everything I asked for, so the more I'd go behind their back and do it.
Oh, gosh.
But I got caught every single time, and I hated it. No, because, for example, go.
For example, what?
I was gonna say, sleepovers. I had one sleepover in my life.
Seriously?
And let me tell you a story. I don't know if this is TMI, but when I first got my period, I went to the bathroom. I was like, oh my god, it happened. And so I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I think I'm bleeding. And she goes, Noelle. She calls me Noe because Noe's my nickname. She goes, Noe, congratulations. You are now a woman. So she gave me this hug. Like, she's like, oh my god, my daughter's now a woman. You can't sleep over anymore. No more sleepovers. We're gonna talk. Bring your dad in. So I had the talk when I got my period.
How old were you?
I think I was like 11. I don't know.
Okay.
And so it was already bad that I wasn't allowed to go to sleepovers, but they banned it even more when I got my period because I guess
You could reproduce.
because in my parents' mind, yeah, because in my parents' minds, like for example, I was in high school and I just wanted to go play billiards. My dad was like, no, there's gonna be bar fights. The guys are gonna hit on you. It's gonna be a drunken night. Blah 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 blah. So like it's overemphasized in their heads, and all I wanted to do was like play pool. Like I had a strict upbringing, but yours is more liberal, I think.
Well, to an extent, because for up until I was 12, I was raised by my mom, and then
Yeah.
from 12 to 18, I was raised by my dad and my stepmom. And so I went from extremely liberal in like really diverse place. I lived in New Jersey, and then I went from there to Ohio to my dad, who's Japanese, and my stepmom, who is like a radical
Wait,
Christian.
so who were you with when you first got your period?
My dad.
And what happened?
I just moved in with my dad, and I was just like, I was so ashamed. I thought something was wrong with me. I was like, because I wasn't with my mom, and I was
Yeah.
just like, I freaked out. I saw blood. It was weird. I think any girl can relate, right? But anyway, so I freaked out a little bit, and then we were eating dinner. I think we were eating curry or something like that, and I broke it to my dad over dinner.
During dinner.
No, I broke it to my dad.
During dinner.
I broke it in the news.
Okay.
And my dad totally reacted in a way didn't expect at all.
What did he do?
He was kind of silent for a minute. He goes, in Japan, we celebrate. Let's go to dinner. And my dad wanted to take me out to celebrate my fucking period. I was so embarrassed.
Oh.
But the great thing is because I was living with my dad and there was no adult female influence
Yeah.
around, whenever I had my period, I got days off school because I would just tell my dad
No
I was
way.
sick. Yeah.
No, my
I was like,
dad,
oh, the cramps are so bad, I can't go. So at least once a month I got out of school.
no, my dad was really cute because he goes shopping for us and he has a coupon for everything. So he buys pads or napkins. They call them napkins. Here.
Okay.
He'll buy pads and he'll stop the cashier and be like, "Oh wait, I have a coupon for that," and hand them the coupon for the Always brand
That's
to
fantastic.
get just 20 cents off.
That's great.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was amazing.
you could tell he's very confident.
Yeah.
Actually, I think a lot of guys do that. A lot of guys will go to the store and buy feminine products and not be ashamed of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. My
But-
brother was really iffy about it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't, you know what though? I don't think I've ever actually asked a guy to pick me up pads or tampons.
No, but
Or Midol. Midol, yes, I have.
you were 10 years old when you first had a boyfriend, or when you were allowed to have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Because I was like allowed by the 24 or
Seriously?
yeah, that's the time when they started asking. So it wasn't even like so Noe, when are you gonna have a boyfriend? It was from like, no, you're not allowed to have a boyfriend, to when are you gonna get married? So there was like this weird invisible state that all of a sudden I was like, the age when I wanted a boyfriend I wasn't allowed, but when the age came when I didn't want a boyfriend, they wanted me to get married. So it was really confusing.
That's kind of absurd.
But my sister kind of broke the ice for everybody because she had a baby before I did. So it was easy. But no, I got in trouble for the stupidest shit.
I got in trouble for real things, actually.
No, I got in trouble for dumb shit.
Always in trouble.
Okay, this is the time when Mandy Moore's A Walk to Remember first came out, and I was 16, 17, I just got my car, and we just wanted to drive 2 minutes away from the house to rent a movie.
Who's we?
Me and my cousin Liza.
Okay.
So we drove to Blockbuster. We forgot our phones in the car because we weren't expecting to be gone that long. And so we're in the store trying to rent A Walk to Remember, an innocent ass movie. It's not like we're trying to rent like porn or like a rated R movie. Just A Walk to Remember. It was an innocent movie. We get to the car and we find like 7 missed calls from my grandma, my mom, and my dad.
Okay.
And then we're just like, oh shit, we're fucked. We're gonna get in trouble. And so we're just laughing about it and stuff. I get home, all 3 of them are waiting in the garage like this. The garage door was opening and I could see, it was like a movie from slow motion. Their feet all the way to their head, they were just like this. All 3 of them were like superheroes. And me and my cousin were just like, oh, we are so fucked. And they're like, where have you been? Were you with boys? Were you smoking? Da, da, da. Like, it was so over-exaggerated. And we're just like, when we started crying, and we're just like, no, bro, we just wanted to rent A Walk to Remember. And they're like, where's the movie? And it was sold out. And so we're just like,
So you had no evidence?
no,
to
we
support
didn't.
your
So we're
claim.
just like, you guys are lying. There's no movie, da da da. And I was like, no, there was a movie. We just wanted to rent A Walk to Remember, da da da. And then we ended up renting like Kings of Comedy, which is rated R. So we got in trouble for that. And so we tried watching Kings of Comedy, didn't laugh one bit because we got in trouble. They sent us to our separate rooms, and
You couldn't even watch it together?
we watched it. We snuck and watched
Okay.
it together. Like,
See?
my childhood was very strict.
I don't know. God. So when I was, I'm trying to think how old I was. I think I was about 16 or 17. I got caught because I snuck out regularly. My parents know because they caught me, so I'm not really, I think, outing myself that much. But yeah, I snuck out more than I should have. But anyway, so one time I came in and I'm like sneaking in my window and I'm thinking like I'm the shit because I made it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just used to it, so I figure I just won't ever get caught. And then like, you know the Three Stooges,
Yeah.
where like the one head pokes out and then the other head on top of it and then the other head on top of it?
That was
Yeah,
weird.
so I'm like one leg in the window and I'm like, oh yeah, oh. And I see my stepmom, her head
just
kind of,
pokes out.
yeah, it just pokes out. She's like, and then my dad, like right on top of hers, and I'm just like, fucking shit, I'm so caught. So I was caught, but to make it even more like awesome that I got caught, I was out with my boyfriend at the time. So yeah, I guess I was 16.
Okay.
Anyway, I was out with my boyfriend at the time, and he had taken pictures for me.
Taking pictures of what? Wait, of himself,
Of
or
himself.
of you? Or like a video?
No, he took pictures of himself with makeup on.
Himself
Is it-
with makeup on?
Yes, because
Is he gay now?
No, he's not. He's totally straight.
Wait,
But
was he at least naked?
no, ew, I wouldn't have kept pictures of
What do
him.
you mean? Ew, that he has makeup on.
But it was so funny. It was hilarious. So I had all these like printed photos as I'm sneaking in of
Does
my
that turn you
boyfriend
on?
with no. But I thought it would turn me on because it was funny, but it didn't turn me on in a sexual way.
so weird.
I know. But it was funny as hell. And my parents, of course, of all the nights I'm caught sneaking in, I have these pictures of my boyfriend with makeup on, posing for me like a girl. It was so
Hey.
funny.
Well, that's the reason why.
And then my stepmom freaks out and she's like, he could have AIDS, he's bisexual, and like all this crazy stuff and just being like super crazy. But I was grounded for life after that. Actually, I was kind of grounded
You're
for life
probably
before
still
that.
grounded right now because you're still getting it. But anyway, so, I don't know. But that was just a little background of our upbringing.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird, but
So I
anyway,
think mine's a little more extreme.
we're coming back to being here in the Philippines. I mean, we thought it would be a good idea to. I mean, we are here. It's a good idea to learn the language, and you
You're
have,
really jumping ahead of yourself.
you have picked up a lot of, or some Filipino. Like, for example, do you understand Tagalog?
Konti lang.
Konti lang.
Am I saying this wrong? Wait, you always laugh at me when I say
It's
it.
cute. Say it again.
Konti lang. Konti lang. Konti lang. How do you say it? What's the right way? Am I
Well, my Tagalog's still kind of thing, but
okay. It's kind of thing.
it's kind of thing. It's like konti lang.
Konti lang.
Konti lang.
Konti lang.
Okay.
Okay.
So I thought, like, what better way to learn the language than to do it live on this podcast? Because I mean, I can understand everything, but my speaking abilities is.
But we have a video we're gonna shoot.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah. Go for it.
Come on.
Sorry.
Alright, so we're kind of skipping ahead. Apparently Noelle is really excited
No, this could go
to
with the
teach me
Tagalog video.
Tagalog.
No, this is perfect.
Okay,
Because
so
this
teach
could
me.
be the intro to the video.
Okay.
Thankfully, my mom wasn't like this in the video. She spoke pretty well English, but I guess just to give you an idea of
Okay.
a little bit of what I went through growing up. This
Okay.
is the video that kind of represents my upbringing. So if you could just imagine that.
I think that probably a lot of people that are tuned in or watching may be able to relate.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I stumbled across this video like 2 nights ago and I woke her up because I was laughing so hard. She's like dead asleep at 5 in the morning and of course I'm wide awake, I haven't slept yet. And I'm like crying laughing because of this video. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. If you have not already seen it, you have an idea of
Yes.
what Filipino moms says.
Shit, Filipino mom.
Oh yeah, that.
Hoy! Psst! Yung What do I say again?
Hey Ma, this is Ian.
Oh, Ian! She's the one that's, Is that your girlfriend? Nak!
Why?
Come here. Open the TV. Hoy, get inside. You're gonna get dark.
A minus, why not A?
Hoy, can you record the Wawawi? Hoy, where's my VHS tapes? Hoy, don't sit too close to the TV. Psst. Nak. Hand me the remote. Yun. Hoy, you have homework.
Anak.
Close the TV! Gusto mong palo, ha?
Putang ina!
Hoy!
You're giving me a heart attack right now!
What are you doing?
Drive very careful!
Turn on the TFC.
Sus Mariosep naman, no?
There's a mumu over there.
Tarantado ka talaga!
Don't go there.
Tanga ka ba? Are you tanga?
That's bad for you.
Ha?
Close the light.
Anak ng putang ina!
Credit to Take 220 Productions. We found that video. It was really
Yeah,
good.
thank you.
That
Seriously,
video
you
is
had
actually,
me on the floor almost laughing.
that video was actually closer to my grandma. I kind of lived with my grandma for a few months than my mom.
Okay.
But my grandma was exactly like that. Like,
Is that on point, guys? Like, is it on point?
it's pretty on point.
Okay.
Like my grandma was exactly like that. Like there's no him or her, she, he. It's always like you'd be a he in a heartbeat.
So what's yun? What's that?
Yun?
Yeah, when she was saying yun,
That.
yun.
Oh, that's another mannerism. You point with your lips.
Oh.
So like if you want to go that way, you'd be like, that way.
Okay.
Backwards, I haven't got that yet. I've just got. So I don't know.
Wait, how do you do backwards?
Because okay, left is obviously. Forward is right is backwards. I haven't gone to backwards. There's in every direction except northeast is like I don't know. Like that's how we point with our lips. I don't know why because we have fingers. Oh, we also pick shit up with our toes. That's a matter.
What? Seriously? I
Yeah,
haven't
you
seen
can
that yet.
pick stuff up with your toes.
I can, yeah.
Yeah,
but
like
is that normal?
It's habit because like you're just like I don't know, you just pick it up with your toes. You know how I think it's a Filipino
I've
thing. I
never
don't know.
seen you do that.
Yeah, but it's like a grown-up Filipino thing, I guess. So yeah, that's just a little glimpse of what I went through. In case you didn't know, she didn't. But yeah, so anyway, what was I saying before that?
You were, I think at some point you were about to teach me some Tagalog.
Yeah, so
She makes fun of me because I don't pronunciate very well, and I
But
don't.
It's a cute thing because I don't either. Like when I talk in Tagalog, that's why I think I'm conscious and I don't speak it very much because whenever I say something, people will mock me, like what I'm doing with you probably. But so I just wanted to make this like a live Tagalog 101 lesson. It's like it's
Oh,
pretty
man, I'm
bad
in for
because
it.
it's like the blind leading the blind kind of thing. So what other words do you know?
Well, I just know like words here and there, like today it's very grabe init. I know grabe init.
Grabbing in it.
Grabe init.
Okay, no, what does that mean?
It's really hot, like too hot, so hot,
Okay.
right? Is that right?
So like I think it'd be good to do something conversational, like how are you, like kumusta ka,
okay.
kind of thing. You know, I
Kumusta
speak
ka?
it wrong,
Wait, I
I'm
thought
so
it was
sorry.
kumusta.
That's Spanish.
Yeah, but isn't it the same?
No,
Oh, okay.
I think Spanish is como estas.
Yeah, it's cool.
Ours is just kumusta, it's like the lazy way. We shorten everything. So kumusta. So I thought it'd be more entertaining to do this. I didn't tell you I was gonna do this, but
What?
I wanted to kind of play
It's not
around
enough that I'm learning another language.
with marshmallows.
Okay.
And kind of teach you the language.
I was wondering why those were down there.
Yeah,
And I remember
just for fun.
it's bonus.
Yeah,
Your last
got it. Bonus.
Go figure.
Sponsors.
We need marshmallows sponsored with it.
It's already there. You don't have to label. So yeah, I thought what better way? I don't know if you guys are familiar with a game Chubby Bunny, but
Wait.
have you played Chubby Bunny before?
No.
So Chubby Bunny, actually the marshmallows,
perverted.
these are the biggest marshmallows that I found here, but it's actually maybe twice as big as this or maybe 3 times bigger than this. You say Chubby Bunny.
Okay.
You put a marshmallow in your mouth, you say Chubby Bunny. And you keep putting it in your mouth, and you keep
Okay.
saying Chubby Bunny.
Okay,
Whoever
let's
can
do it.
fit the most in their mouth wins. But we're not gonna say Chubby Bunny. We're gonna say we're gonna have a conversation.
Okay.
So kind of like,
It's gonna be interesting.
so we're gonna say the same thing, but it's
Okay.
just for you to practice talking.
Okay.
And so let's say I'm gonna be like,
Here, you should
Oh,
show
here-
me.
here we
With,
go,
you should
here we
show me
go.
with marshmallows in your mouth.
here we go, because she was like one time she heard my friends. Some of my friends are like fluent Tagalog, so she asked me one time. She goes, "How come they always say okay? What's okay?" And I'm like, "That's just the slang version of okay. Like it's just okay."
Yeah, okay
she
na
goes,
okay.
So
I'm
okay
good at
na okay,
that.
perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you okay ka na ba?
Okay.
And you're gonna be like okay na okay na.
Okay.
And we're gonna keep putting marshmallows in our mouths and see how far we can go.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
But two at a
Okay na
time.
okay. Okay. I'm ready.
Oh, say okay na okay na okay na.
Okay na okay na.
Okay, wait, say it again before
I really
marshmallow.
mean it. Okay na okay na.
Okay, so I'm gonna be
Okay.
like, okay ka na ba?
Okay okay.
No, you did it wrong. Okay, okay na okay na.
Okay okay
It has to be
na.
those exact words. or
Alright.
else you lose.
I want marshmallows. I'm hungry.
You're not allowed to eat them. You just keep them in your mouth.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go.
2 at a time.
Okay, I'll learn to do it at a time. Okay ka na ba? How many did you block?
Okay na okay na.
Good.
I just saw it.
Okay ka na ba?
Should we keep the conversation going with new words?
No, keep going.
Oh. Okay na okay na.
Okay ka na ba?
These taste really good.
I know, I can't swallow it.
Okay na okay na.
Okay ka na ba?
That is so sick.
The moment you spit one out, you're done. You know, so if you, one comes out, you're done.
Okay, I'm taking this very serious.
I don't want to look at myself. You're done.
Okay na okay na.
Okay ka na ba? I think I'm not one.
I'm really big now. Okay na
I
okay
think I
na.
just stretched my lip. Okay ka na ba? I'm just about to go down.
Okay na okay na.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I wiped the lipstick off. I hate marshmallows, by the way. I never like marshmallows.
These are good though.
Okay.
What?
Okay,
I can't hear you. Oh. I was just thinking. Okay no okay no. Okay na okay na. Okay na.
Oh my god, this is good. Okay, kind of good. I think I'm gonna win.
Really good.
I won? Okay. That was not disgusting. Ew.
Where you get the ears? I give up. You win. She's much more graceful than I am.
That was not good. I hate marshmallows.
What flavor was that? Those were not
It was
bad.
mango.
Oh, okay, no, okay,
I wiped the drill. Sorry, that's not a good place to put it. So anyway, that's a Tagalog lesson for the day.
That was very educational. I
Oh.
feel like I've gained a lot from that experience.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You got
That's
those
why-
songs. You got those songs.
Oh, sorry. Can I help? All right.
Wow. Okay. So now I know how to say. Wait. What is
Okay, kind of.
okay, not what?
Okay, kind of.
But you said it wrong. Okay.
Okay, kind of.
Yeah. Okay, no. Okay, no.
No. Okay, no, okay, no. So wait, okay. So anyway, that was a little random Tagalog lesson. But last week we got a whole bunch. I think there was like internet problems, and we got a whole bunch of Game of Truth questions that we didn't get to answer.
Speaking of Game of Truth,
I think it's at my So we wanted to. We told everybody. We told you guys that we would answer them today,
yes.
and we
And
got
for-
a lot of interesting questions here.
Right, but for anyone who doesn't already know what Game of Truth is, basically Game of Truth is kind of a thing that we started. Initially it was, we wanted to do Truth or Dare, but then we realized there's only so much we can do in a studio, so I think there's only so many times we can eat a spoonful of cinnamon. And so we decided just kind of shorten and make it Game of Truth. So if you're on Twitter or Facebook, just hashtag Game of Truth, and we will answer pretty much any question you send along our way. So
Although if the challenge is doable in the studio, something that we can do here and
And
not make
is-
too much of a mess,
Noelle would say slightly inappropriate.
slightly inappropriate, then fine, we're down to do it. And yeah, so send us some challenges too. We got some good ones, but it came a little too late. There was like a balut eating contest or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
I think I
we-
might have to pass on that.
Okay,
I'll let you do it. Show us your balut.
you get my balut eating still. So yeah, if you guys have any like challenges like that, just let us know, send it over our way, and we will.
And swear them.
But anyway,
Okay,
so some of the questions. Did you want to start with the questions?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, it's like on my nose. You go first. Well, that's for you.
Okay, so some of the questions were gathered via Facebook as well as Twitter, and so I'll start with the first one. B. Reed, rated R superstar, asked me where is my favorite place to spin at. My favorite place to spin at is Temple Nightclub in San Francisco. That's also the place where I resident, and it's the place where I feel most at home and free to do as I want. So that would have to be my top choice of places to spin.
Okay. Warren this is our Warren,
Yeah, our Warren from
Warren from
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Warren Vic.
asked if you were on an island, who would you want to be stuck on the island with? Or is that for me? For you?
Well, answer it.
I would want to be stuck in an island. Aside from us, we can't pick each other.
Why?
Because we're already together all the time. Let's just say, aside from each other, I think I'd probably pick like Beyonce or something.
So she can dance for you and keep
So
you
she can
entertained?
dance with me. Yeah, pretty much. And
Okay.
how about yours?
If I could pick any one person, I would go with whoever I'm in like a relationship with, my significant other. The way I see it, if I were stuck on an island with my lover, we'd be like a honeymoon, so it'd be kind of cool. If they could like hunt for me, and I can like cook food, and yeah.
What songs or which song is on repeat on your iPod or on your player?
Song on repeat. Crap. I don't think I have. I gotta think about that.
For me, I've been listening to a lot of live sets from DJ, especially from Ultra.
Yeah.
I think a favorite song that I heard from there was something by Alesso. I forgot the title for the life of me, but it's his latest release. And also Tiesto's new remix by Passion Pit, or from Passion Pit, Carried Away. That's on repeat in the car when I'm driving home.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get back to that because I have so many. I'm constantly downloading music, so it's hard for me to just listen to one over and over because I need to always listen to like everything to just get like versed in what I have in my library.
Matthew Jones, what was the first record or CD that you bought?
My first CD that I bought, I think, was Green Day Dookie.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love that album. It's like one of my favorite albums of all time just because it just brings me back to my childhood and like complete nostalgia. But yeah, for like a couple years I would draw poop on everything. Like a picture of Dookie, you know how just like,
That's disgusting.
isn't that great?
I think
yeah,
my
I
first
did
CD
Dookie on everything.
Oh, that's nice of you. My first CD was Brandy.
Really?
Yeah, the first CD that I bought was Brandy CD. I Want to Be Down.
Oh yeah, yeah. I met her back then, but she was.
Oh, and which comes to another question. Somebody asked, Nestor and Danio, she said, good evening, DJ Miki. Have you ever interviewed some rock stars or some famous people who has big names in the music industry in the U.S.?
Oh yeah, actually, Nestor, I did. It's funny you mentioned Brandy because when I was 12, I interviewed Brandy. So I interviewed her. I also Ray J taught me how to play drums. It was really cool. We were in the studio in New York City. Yeah, yeah. And then after that, we went to a party and there was like Boyz II Men and stuff like that. But I've also, in the past couple years, got to meet like Hubert and Z-Trip, who are really big in the DJ world. And actually, my very first and only DJ lesson was with Hubert in his Octagon. But that was like completely just free time. I was just there hanging out, thanks to a friend that had brought me over there. But super nice guy, awesome. And I'll shut up now.
And there's a question here. Muhammad Ali. Well, that's his name on Facebook. Muhammad Ali asks, what's the one thing that you could change if you could ever get the choice?
What would be your answer to that?
That's kind of a big question, but I think one thing that I could change, like in general, I'd probably want to remove, this is the obvious, I'd probably want to remove stupidity.
Okay.
Because like, it's, like just for example, this whole bombing thing that happened in Boston, that was just unnecessary and stupid. Just stupid things like that are unnecessary. I would remove it. Because I mean, when you remove stupidity, it kind of follows with everything else. The stupidity just doesn't have an explanation to me, so I want to remove that.
Okay.
Something that can't be explained.
Okay, let's take it a step further and just make it like a more personal question. If you could change any one thing about your past or about yourself, what would that be?
I would probably want to change the fact that I sometimes could care way too much. Like, I value what everybody says and I take everything into consideration, so I try to make it work so that I can try to please everybody. I think. And I would probably change that to the point where I just don't give a crap about anything, but I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing.
Okay,
But
fair
I would
enough.
probably change that for a while.
Fair enough.
How about you?
I mean, yeah, like on a broad level, like something I would change about the world, I guess, would be just like I'm not really fond of social status and like poverty. I feel like there can be too much of an extreme. Like I don't believe in like communism or anything, but I do feel like that things should be more evenly distributed. And I would change that and corruption in politics. I think those kind of go hand in hand. So
Yeah.
that's off top of the head.
And Kenneth Edward, growing up, were you one of the cool kids or one of the quiet ones?
I was definitely not the cool kid, and nor did I want to be the cool kid. I actually kind of wasn't fond of the cool kids. But I was more like one of those people that hung out with like the outsiders. I actually was more attracted to people that were considered like weird. So yeah, and on top of that, I was bad. So I was always in trouble. I was the bad kid.
I don't consider myself as one of the cool kids, but I did, like for example, I played a lot of sports in high school, so I hung out, and the cool kids were the jocks in our school.
Yeah.
So they were my friends by default because we played on the same team. But at the same time, my school was mostly white, so I hung out with mostly the Asians.
Yeah.
I don't know why
I
that
was the
happens,
same.
but every high school has their own, in the States, every high school has their own like designated groups, like the jocks, the popular kids, like the cliques, the mean girls, the nerds.
I think that's probably common everywhere.
Yeah,
but-
so like my school was kind of like that. So I hung out with the jocks and the Asians. So I was probably, I don't know what I was. I was friends with everybody. I try to be friends with everybody. Here you go, ask me a question.
Okay, Gabriel, Legendary Truth on Twitter asked, what does it take for you to let me and other people be friends with you? Honestly, it really doesn't take much. I think, like, in general, if I meet someone and I just think they're like a good person, I'm not going to close my door to them because I don't know them. I like to keep my doors open, so to say. But of course, if you freak me out, that will change very quickly.
Yeah, if you have like stalkerish mentalities or qualities, I think that's enough to kind of cut you off.
Yeah.
Like, I like it when people care, but when they care too much and it's not in place, then that
becomes weird.
Creepy.
Yeah.
But I have there's more questions here actually.
Well, I think we might have to get those next week though, because right now, it looks like we only have a couple minutes left. And with that said, I want to, of course, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the fabulous goblet and marshmallows that we had to.
Hey, we gotta make learning interesting.
Suck on.
I wish we did this in school. It would be so much more fun.
Yeah. But yeah, of course, you know, if you have a chance, if you have anything that you're just kind of curious about, it can be like obnoxious and obscene, or it can just be super innocent and clean. Feel free to tag us on Game of Truth. Hit us up on Twitter or Facebook, and we'd be happy to answer your questions. Of course, any comment, feedback is welcome as well.
Yes.
And is there anything?
Well, the whole concept for the show is for you guys to kind of get to know us a little more, but we'd also like to get to know our viewers a little more since we are fairly new to Manila. So it'd be really cool if we should have given out the number at the beginning.
Yeah,
I forgot to do, but
it's okay, next time.
For the next time, it'd be cool to kind of interact with you guys and get some phone calls in.
But we also realize this is rush hour time, like, it's...
Yeah, for whoever's tuned in, we'd love to chat with you guys. Should we say anything?
Yes, of course. So big thanks to Beyond the Box for having us here, and of course to New Media Factory for hosting us on this amazing podcast. We're so thrilled to be a part of it.
Yes, and to be a part of such a wonderful family, and they have a whole bunch of really fun and entertaining podcasts too. So
Yeah.
look out for those. Downloadable on iTunes, all of them. So just search them and look them up. Sorry. I thought you were gonna say. So head stylist Casey Mempin for providing us the
Thank
clothes.
you, Casey.
So should we She's right there. Thank you for making us glow and be really summer festive. It's really comfortable. Everything that we've worn so far, she's provided, and I love it.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters. If we like it, then yeah. So yeah, for any kind of stylist or fashion needs, go ahead and contact her at 624-0955 or 0917-GLOBE, 0917-538-6868.
Yes. And also we have our head makeup artist, Naj Zaragoza. Sorry.
That should be the chubby bunny.
I'm still struggling with my pronunciation. But Naj, we're so grateful for you. Thank you for everything that you do. And thank you to you and Casey for taking the time out to just spend with us and get us ready for the podcast. We really enjoy having you. And if you want to reach Naj, her telephone number is 544-2016, or she can also be reached at 0915-888. Oh, let me start that over. 0915-588-8045. So hit her up.
And wardrobe provided by, Casey. Sparkle and Fade is what we're wearing, Crazy About Maxi. For Sparkle and Fade, go ahead and contact them at 0915-813-5912. And for Crazy About Maxi,
0916-582-7242.
so there you go. And is there anything else?
Nothing that I can think of. Just make like the questions as juicy as possible. I want to embarrass you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As if the chubby bunny wasn't embarrassing enough.
You won.
I did. But anyway, yeah, thanks for tuning in date night with me and Miki, and see you next week.
Peace.